Problem is the instruments have gone through the water. And there's one case of totally proper procedures. But as you can see from this, let's, instead of thinking about, what it means to be one, let's talk about a bacterium. This is about 20 minutes at 36 or 37. I'm sorry, you do know this.
Yeah, I do.
The exponent, let's use a different number right now, so it makes sense. Scientific notation for time, a dash is a minute, 2 dashes is a second. So that's just a jargon abbreviation. But 20 minutes, 40 minutes, 60 minutes, 120 minutes, that's only 2 hours. And this looks small. And but what if you didn't start out with 1? What if you started out with 1 million? Okay. How many bacteria are on your hands after you've washed your hands? Lots. Trust me. Anybody got allergies? Know what I mean? Yeah, your hands. Deadly. Don't trust them. But Mouth has posited that no matter what, populations will return to a stable situation if you have a predator-prey phenomenon or if you have an environmental stress such as drought, desert, floods, swamps, and that kind of thing. So he said, because of the difference between arithmetic and geometric, you will always have conflict. And the conflict will be won by somebody or something that it had an advantage over its opponent. Now the advantage may be because the other one was just whooped by some gorilla and he's down and you're taking advantage of it. Or he may actually have a genetic change that's different from yours that gives him a survival advantage. So in terms of mating selection, if it's the male's obligation, and it varies all over the map, moose, huge antlers. Sometimes they, kill the other male. Sometimes they get their antlers entangled, and I'm sure you've seen the pictures where both of them die. Yeah. So, life is a struggle. Tennyson said, red in tooth and claw. It's not quite like that, but evolution works at many levels, all the way from molecular to cellular to organ to body, the vessel. So you have different levels where you can compete, believe it or not. People in Africa with sickle cell, that was just a terrible thing to have happen to them, right? No, it protects them from malaria if they're a heterozygote. If they have one copy, their risk of dying from malaria is very much lower than the population. So there's a reason for that gene. But if you have the unlucky happenstance, which genetically speaking will happen to 1 child out of 4, and you get 2 copies, you get sickle cell where the red cells curl, they don't flow smoothly through the capillaries, and you have painful attacks of loss of blood flow, sometimes to the knees, to the bones, sometimes to the muscle, even the heart. Dawkins has a wonderful book in which he talks about unweaving the rainbow, and he reviews where competition takes place in evolution. And he has a new book which I didn't bring, Greatest Story Ever Told or something. Anyway, it wasn't his title, the publisher chose the title. But the recent Dawkins article and Unweaving the Rainbow, Climbing Mount Improbable, and there's another one, Ancestor's Tale, I would go to the library and see if you could check those out or get a hold of them or borrow one from me, and make sure you get it back. How do you measure the age of something? Well, if you're an archaeologist, or if you're just wondering how old things are, the first thing you can do. Let me back up. The wizard hat. Get out my level. There will be an impromptu burning of Jeff in effigy after class. Okay. Thank you. Wouldn't have wanted to have everything. Oh no. One of those ones. Just give me a moment and I'll be right with you, I think, I hope. While I'm doing this, why don't you read the handout section about Malthus and the few paragraphs below that. Testing.
It's working. Yeah. It's working.
Heads up. Hey, Pepe.
Ah.
Move aside. Great. I just opened. Slide it in.
Oh, the battery fell out.
Yeah, I guess which way it goes. Might not matter, but it might be important. There we go. Plus this. There. All right, working now?
Yes.
Well, there's some editing for this, isn't there? All right. I'm an astrologer. Why? Well, and I don't remember the name of the fellow, but some ways back, he let's see, where was I headed? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to get. It's important to know where the stars are to celebrate Easter, for whatever reasons. So, because it has to be this, what is it, fourth Sunday after the first, I don't know the rule.
First Sunday after the first full moon after the vernal equinox.
Thank you. Thank you.